Hello students, welcome back to e-learning. In this video, we will be discussing the Canterville Ghost Chapter 4, Schoolboy's Tricks. Sir Simon spends the next week in bed as a result of his failures, the counterfeit ghost and the strange failure of the rooster to crow twice. He gave up on refreshing the bloodstain on the fireplace, deciding that the Otis family was not worthy of his care after all. There is still a few ghostly duties he felt bound by tradition and decorum to perform, like appearing in a window to frighten any passers-by on the first and third Wednesdays in every month, for instance. But he had given up entirely on everything to scare the Americans. When these duties require Sir Simon to use his chains in the hallway, he makes sure to remove his shoes and to oil the chains. You remember he did not accept the lubricating oil from Mr. Otis. But now, in this situation, he felt the need of the oil because if the chain makes noise, the family would attack him again. So there was a fear in the ghost, and he made sure that he is very careful. So one evening, when the family was having dinner, the ghost enters the room of Mr. Otis and carried off the bottle of the lubricating oil. At first he felt a bit humiliated, but afterwards it was sensible enough to see that there was a great deal to be said for the invention, and to a certain degree it has served his purpose. So he started using the lubricating oil. However, though he was very cautious, he was not free from being molested by the twins. They would not leave Sir Simon alone. They prepare a series of traps that leave the ghost bruised and indignant. The traps include strings being stretched across the corridor for Sir Simon to trip over, as well as the construction of a slide greased with butter, constructed to cause the ghost to tremble over the stairs. The last injury for the ghost injured and enraged Sir Simon that he prepared one final attempt at scaring the twins. After a serious thought, Sir Simon ruminates for a long time on how best to accomplish his task. Ultimately, he decides on Reckless Rupert or the Headless Earls. It took fully 3 hours for him to get in this costume and for all the makeup. So he took 3 hours fully. He remembers, whenever he took this guise, it was successful in the past. The costume is quite elaborate, and it's been so long since he last used it that he had to search all over the house to assemble it all. Finally, he gathers the ensemble together. He gathers it and ensemble together and approaches the twins' room. He found the door of the room ajar, and so he wanted to frighten and scare the twins by entering inside the room in this costume. But to his surprise, when he opened the door, a large ball of water fell on the ghost, which was another booby trap set by the twins. As the twins laughed at their success, Sir Simon fled away from the scene. The ghost was down with cold. Okay, he was with muffler around him, and he resigned himself from all the activities. Sir Simon comes down with cold, okay, and as I've mentioned, and resigned from all the activities, and he left, okay, the Otis family alone. He walks the hallways, now in slippers, bundled up to avoid making his cold worse, and carrying an antique gun for protection. Just imagine a ghost carrying a gun for his protection from human being. Nevertheless, one night Sir Simon is, when he was walking down the hall, reminiscing about his past, the past victorious deeds that he has done. Okay, he was very happy and proud of his past experiences, that suddenly the twins and Washington attempt to trap Sir Simon. He resorts to fleeing through the flues of Canterville chess, wood stove. He arrives back at his room dirty and in the state of despair. Afterwards, Sir Simon gives up all of his ghostly duties. This does not, however, dissuade the twins from their efforts to taunt the ghost. They continue to lay traps for him, but Sir Simon is no longer walking through the hall. Since he is not walking through the hall, he is not falling in their traps anymore. The traps only annoy the rest of the family and the servants. The Otis family came to know or came to believe that Sir Simon has disappeared. Okay, it has disappeared or has gone away from their life. So after Sir Simon's disappearance, the Otis family began to live a normal life. Mr. Otis resumed writing a book on the history of the Democratic Republic. Mrs. Otis organizes a comeback. Washington and the twins play card games, and Virginia rides her pony. Mr. Otis is so sure that Sir Simon is gone, he writes a triumphant letter to Lord Canterville about Sir Simon's departure. A visit from a friend of the Canterville family, the young Duke of Cheshire, whose family Sir Simon had terrorized for centuries during such visits, is almost enough to inspire the ghost. Okay, the ghost desperately wanted to terrorize someone, and he found a victim, and that was the young Duke of Cheshire. However, at the last minute, he is overcome by the fear of the twins and cancelled the plan. Okay, he wanted to carry out, but at the last moment, when the thought of the twins came to his mind, he gave up the idea of terrorizing the young Duke, and we can find that at the end, the young Duke instead was sleeping peacefully and was dreaming about Virginia. This is all for this chapter. Continue to follow and at the same time watch the next video for the complete understanding of this lesson. Thank you.